Yo, what up, my tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Arena. We got one more Chromatic Cube draft before the full release of, what's it called? Brothers War on Arena and Magic Online. So bear with me. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. We will move into our pick one, pack one here of this Chromatic Cube. Couple of great cards. I think the best among them being, I think we can all figure it out. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, this card is just stupid good. Way too much value for 3 mana. Obviously, it's been making its rounds in all of the constructed formats as well. Passing, Simulacra quite strong, Opus sweet, Gonti great, Lantern, a couple lands. I feel like Fable of the Mirror Breaker is probably one of those cards that you don't ever pass. Pick one, pack one, and so here we are. Not going to pass it. Pick one, pack one. Some very good follow-ups to that as well. Some of my favorite cards anyways. Cold Steel Heart's good. Simulacrum, Cut the Ribbons, Witch. Skyclave's great. Finale is sweet. What do we want to go with here? Safest picks are probably just what artifacts. They're going to go into every single deck anyways. And I think I like the 2 mana artifact versus the 4 mana artifact. Yeah, I think my pick order here is like Heart, then maybe Simulacrum, Cut, then Coast and Witch. I guess I probably don't expect to wheel anything, but that's not a big deal. No big deal indeed. Mizzix's Mastery. That is my type of card for sure, but do I want to be doing that? What if I'm not taking Mizzix's Mastery here? What are we taking? Pathway's good, Chupacabra's good, Dryad's okay. I don't think Dryad's as good as the Oracle or... what's the other one? I can't remember. Augur of Autumn? Something like that. Ones that let you play lands off the top of your library, I think, are a little bit better than this. Though this is good fixing if you're playing multiple colors, of course. Yeah, okay. I'll just take the Mastery. Take the Mastery, wheel a crab. Do a fun little Mizzix's Mastery deck, maybe. Although I already passed the Magma Opus, so that's slightly awkward there. Okay, 2 more cards that are pretty solid in a Mastery deck. Both the Egg and the Hellkite are obviously good with the spell themes. Eldest Reborn, also quite good if we wanted to, but I'm going to go with the Egg. Obviously need to start looking for those instants and sorceries to cast, but there's a good one. Let's take the Lightning Helix. Do like myself a good Behemoth, but given what we've already taken, I think Helix makes more sense. Canal, also a good choice. That's fine. Ooh, into a Farewell now. That's very, very good. Farewell is one of those cards, and I say this every time, I feel like. It can just pull you out of, like, unwinnable positions, basically, because of how much work it does. Although I guess the Exile Graveyards, if we need to use that, kind of counterproductive to the Mastery, but... take the Farewell over the Epiphany. Uh-oh, I feel like last time I did, like, a red-white spells control-y deck, it did not turn out very well, but... we'll see, there's still a lot of time left. This is just an easy Sulphur Falls, I think. Either that or Temple of Malice, but I do end up, or rather, I do plan on ending up in blue, as is always the case in these cubes. There's a reason we call this the Blue-Red Cube. Oh, just a quick side note for all of you that were... there were a few comments about how did I have 500,000 gems or whatever while I was playing Brothers War. That was on a special account. I think I mentioned that a few times, but... that was a special account from Wizards for the early access event, so they are not just giving me 500,000 free gems or whatever it was. Passage here. This is a cool card, but the thing is, if you're hitting somebody with a 6-power flyer, you're probably winning that game already, right? You don't need the treasures? I don't know. That's the weird thing about all those dragons. They seem like they're going to be winning anyways. Wow, Snowborn Simulacra is pretty juicy. So is the Pathway. Okay, we didn't wheel much of anything, actually. Simulacrum's gone. What else was there? Cut to Ribbons, Sedgemoor. There was a blue-red land in here, so... Not a great sign. We have some green, maybe like rampy cards we could maybe end up taking, but I don't think that's going to particularly work out well. Crab Wield, at least. Okay. I do like Crab. Early blocker, draws you a card. Instant and sorcery for anything that matters or cares about instants and sorceries. And Fable of the Mirror Breaker, what a freaking card. There are games where you just cast this on turn 3 and it feels like you can't lose, and vice versa. Your opponent casts that on turn 3 and you just feel like you can't win. Hellkite on the wheel. Yeah, like all the big dumb green cards came back, but I don't think Bloom Ancient is any good. Like, getting to 7 mana in the first place, I don't know. Can do some pretty cool things with it, but overall I don't think that card is worthwhile. So we're gonna need... Well, I mean, that's not a bad pack one. Got some removal, got some interaction. In fact, I'd say that was a decent pack one overall, but my biggest upset here is that Pick One Pack One had Fable in addition to what? Magma Opus? So we're not going to be able to Opus anybody out, which is one of this type of deck's best win cons, usually. That's fine. We will still just craft around it. As we move into pack 2, rather. What do we have here? Sanctuary Warden is a pretty solid creature. Inscription, Typhoon, Dragon Warfine. Intervention's like okay removal, though it doesn't really work well with Mastery. Garden for a little red-white fixing is not crazy. I feel like every time I play Shark Typhoon, it just doesn't work as well as we would want it to, but I'm going to go ahead and take it here. So I think it probably feels like the best card for us. Yeah, we're getting all these cards that care about instants and sorceries, but don't have all the instants and sorcerers I would want yet. Oh, there's Ral and Electro Dominance. I don't know, Ral's pretty hard to beat. There are times where you just cast Ral, and because it starts going up by 2 loyalty, it's so hard for your opponent to deal with without like a immediate kill effect. Feels like Electro Dominance is replaceable. Yeah, let's take the Planeswalker here. Y'all got any of them Oracles of the Alpha? We do not, but we do have a Guardian Idol and Navigation Orb for ramp. There's a Ketria Triumph here for fixing. Play with Fire, Cyber Siphon, or Dream Eater. These decks always want fast mana, so I'm happy to take the Guardian Idol at this point. Ah, Burn Down the House, another really, really good one. Passing Kolagon's Command, I guess, is my biggest upset pass here, but Burn Down the House is too important. It's another Wrath effect that can also deal with Planeswalkers. I don't expect anything to wheel. Maybe we get the Otawara back. Maybe the Lotus. Ooh, a Braid. That's a good one. We'll take a Braid over Mind Stone or Hedron Archive. Just too good. Early removal for creatures, or it blows up some relevant artifacts, which there are plenty of. I think a Braid's one of my favorite red cards for Cube. Just always happy to have it. Similarly, Prismari Command is one I'm always happy to have. Pretty late Field of the Dead. There's a Fires of Victory, looting, smashing. I don't expect to wheel anything good, but Prismari Command is another really, really powerful spell in this format. I mean, it looks like we're just straight up red-blue for now. The white might not even be necessary. Or it could end up splashing, you know, a different color. Maybe we end up splashing green. Maybe we end up splashing black. So then the question is, do I want to take like the Sacred Foundry for the potential white splashes I have? Or would I take like Pyromancer? You can't go wrong with Pyro. Okay. Does seem like the card we would take here. I don't have any of the big flashy cards for Mizzix's Mastery though, so this might be less of a Mastery deck and more of just like a red-blue control-y deck. Royal Eruption versus Metamorph. Royal Eruption's good with Mastery at least. Metamorph is just always solid though, but yeah, I think I'm going to take a little bit more early interaction. Okay, Inscription came back on the wheel. That's good. Yeah, kind of just missing the big top-end cards. Well, we still have one more pack to go, so I shouldn't be too worried. Electro Dominance coming back is a good sign as well. Yeah, that's fine. We actually have 2 X spells now. Simulacra and Electro Dominance. Instant sorcery count is moving up. We're at 8 now for all of those cards that matter, and we're wheeling all of the blue cards here. Saiba Siphoner versus the Navigation Orb for ramp. Saiba's pretty good. Yeah, that seems fine. I think what we want to pick up are counters. I haven't seen too many good counters yet. Like Kindred Denial would be good. Obviously, Sublime Epiphany would be nice. What else is there? Spell Swindle. There's the... what's it? The one that steals. Redirection. Gale's Redirection. Something like that. I think there are a few cheaper counters as well. Commence the Endgame could be okay. Oh, we might even run Illyrios as just like an early blocker. Fires of Victory was a good wheel. Again, some more early interaction. But yeah, this is not looking like a Mastery deck, sadly. Oh, man. Opened the wrong 3-mana blue flyer. Oracle of the Alpha is what I was looking for. We could still get it. What's the best card here for us? Oh, not much. Soon's Intervention's nuts, but... not sure we can actually end up taking that, can we? See some more black fixing if we had any reason to do that. I mean, I don't think we need the Illuminator or Lier. So I guess I'll take the Soons in the off chance we get enough white fixing to play it, and then maybe the Helix and the Farewell can come back in. Seems okay. Kind of weird to take a first pick and then just immediately move it to the board, but it is what it is, I suppose. Maybe I should be running this Commence. Okay, there's a Denial. There's a Hull Breaker. There's Sphinx of the Clear Skies, which could be fine. I really hate Hull Breaker Horror, but it is, at the end of the day, a fantastic win con and probably the card I want to take. I expect Kindred Denial to wheel, too. Ooh, Alrund's Epiphany. Alright, yeah, we're getting the spicy cards now. Electrolyze being passed. This almost looks like constructed now. Scholar of the Lost Trove. Again, this is not looking like a great Scholar deck. I don't have Epiphany. I don't have Mythos. There isn't really much to do with that. Fight with Fire or even Mirari Conjecture could actually be better here. Yeah, I think the Mirari Conjecture is actually a better pickup for this deck. Weird. Well, immediately punished because I'm getting past the Mythos now, but what are you gonna do? I I've been a big fan of Vesuvan Mist too. And we even have some couple, or a few little black sources we could run for free splash of sorts. Yeah, Mist seems alright. There's the Gale's redirection, but I probably have to take the land now, right? I just don't have enough fixing either. Steam Vents versus Pathway looks really, really good. Search for his Kanta, also fantastic. Nice. Yeah, this is looking like that a constructed deck back in the day. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but Alrund's Epiphany, Hullbreaker Horror, Prismari Command. I don't think it had access to Fable yet, did it? No, maybe not. Oh, it had the egg. Stuff like that, too. So is this what our deck looks like? Are any of these other cards going to make the deck? I guess Jaya maybe could, Narset could, Memory could. Memory goes in line with the old deck. Maybe cut the Simulacra here instead. Because we're not putting too many relevant permanents. Yeah, Lier was like a sideboard for that card as well. We're just building old or maybe this was historic. I can't actually remember. I feel like it was standard, but this looks like the old, again, quote-unquote old constructed deck that was a thing pretty recently. Old recently, I don't know. So make sure we have a good number. 6 instants, 5 sorceries for Conjecture. Kindred Denial Wheeling's good. I don't know, I kind of like cutting the Hellkite. It's a good threat, but I don't think we need it. And the thing is, with the Hellkite, you really want to be casting stuff on your turn, right? So that you can attack. This is still fine when you're casting instants on your opponent's turn for blockers, but I think this is trying to be more proactive than reactive. Electrolyze Wield, yeah, buddy. Okay. Well, that will also just find a home right in the deck. Mimic as an extra land versus Scholar. Even if we ended up getting past the Mythos next pack, I don't think we'd want them. Because I think Mythos was in the next pack after this one, right? Yep, indeed it was. Ooh, Star of Extinction. That could definitely be a thing since I'm not running... Oh, so could Baron. Since I'm not running the white for Farewell anymore, too. Okay, we've got some cuts to make here. So currently at 27 if I'm running the Mimic. Which I guess this only copies our creatures, right? So maybe that's not good enough. I don't really care for Baron. Still don't think this is a good Mizzix's Mastery deck. Maybe Conjecture's too cute. 8 instants, 6 sorceries. I mean, it is good value, but what are we doing with the copy? The best case scenario is Epiphany. Feels like this is probably unnecessary. I needed like a Crackle with power. Or maybe I've taken that Fight with Fire. Oh yeah, we have Ral anyways for copying spells. Yeah, I don't need the Mirari Conjecture here. So one more cut. I think it might be Vesuvan Mist. But I guess we could cut like Inscription too. And then we'll just run the random Dragon Skull Summit for Mist purposes, but I'm not going to run a Swamp, even though we have the Fabled Passage. Doesn't seem necessary. Alright. Classic red-blue. And for all of you non-cube lovers, you'll be happy to know that, again, Brothers War is up starting, well, I guess if you watch this on release the day of, so today. So, after this video should be nothing but Brothers War. Okay, let's go even split here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Blue, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red. Call it good. Nice little red-blue deck here. See if we can get our usual 7 wins with red-blue. Move to the first round of this Chromatic Cuberino. We have incorrectly chosen to be on the draw. This hand seems fine, though. Turn 2 Idle, maybe turn 3 Ral. Opponent with a turn 1 Mystic is not what you want to see. We did draw Command, though, for some turn 3 interaction, but not thrilled with that. Shock into Bibblethip, okay. I am at 19. Let's go grab a mountain here. Yeah, let's get the idol online. Gives us the ability to maybe do something with 4 mana next turn if we don't want a Prismari command. Solemn Simulacrum, yeah, oh, they're ramping. Crab's not a bad draw, actually. Hello. Go Crab plus Search. Or we could just cycle Shark Typhoon for 2. That's probably fine. I mean, I have the Guardian Idol on the battlefield, so I could have just animated that and eaten the Fibblethip, but I think we just want to cycle. Gets an extra card in the yard for eventual Azcanta as well. Menagerie Curator. Okay, so this seems like a game where just getting the Star of Extinction is going to be the ideal scenario. And we might be able to cast it as soon as next turn. Because the Fable token here might give us the goods. I'm actually going to go ahead and block their Solemn as well. What land would we target for Star of Extinction? Maybe Breeding Pool? Vanishing Lights. They're gonna kill the Fable? Oh, they're gonna kill the token. Interesting. I am very okay with that. Epiphany. I think we're gonna have to keep that one. Discard Ral, Hard Evidence rather. Actually, I guess I could discard Ral too. Gets us just really close to the search for Azcanta. Wow, that was kind of bricky. I am going to main phase loot and make a treasure, I think. Well, 2 cards in their hand. I guess I could just go Pyro, kill the token. And loot. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep... Am I keeping all the 7-drops in my hands? No, I think we can pitch them. We can flip this Kanta next turn too, so that'll get us to 6, and then search for his Kanta can also dig for another land on that same turn. Aha! Thassa for the flicker, nice. So they can flicker their Blade Splicer. Okay. Well, that's worth keeping. And I think we're going to go ahead and flip our land as well. Let's go to combat. See if they use the tap down ability. Okay. And we will electrolyze both of those in response. And say go. Oh, the frickin' Nethroi. Oh, they didn't mutate it. Oh, they don't have double black, so it's just a 5/5? Oh. Whatever. So what's my plan here? I think we're gonna pass this turn. Plan on going Hullbreaker Horror end of turn into Epiphany on our turn, and that should wrap it up. Okay, that's fine. They don't have anything good to flicker right now, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's okay. Flash out the Hullbreaker. You know, it might actually be better to not activate the ability, because that way, if they do have something that can... we'll just go for it. We'll just go for it. This is worse if they have a way to kill my Hullbreaker, but... yeah. I mean, I could just starve Extinction now if I wanted to. Or I could just go for the Hullbreaker again. They only have one card in their hands, so... Is that trample? No. Alright, we'll just chump 5 damage. Does have lifelink, though. But yeah, just safer to pass priority there after they pass priority. But we're going for the big bangos. Nice. Alright, and that should lock up the game. Now we copy. We time walk. And that's a scoop, I'm sure. Three Hullbreaker Horrors. Admittedly, 2 of them go away at the end of that turn, but then I take an extra turn anyways. Yeah. And that's what you do. That is just what you do. Alright, we are on the play with a Fable of the Mirrorbreaker turn 3, so... easy keeps. Red-white probably aggressive, yep. Naked Adversary, huh? You love to see that when you have Electrolyze and now Prismari Command in hand. So I'll be discarding my Memory Deluge here. And maybe even the Hullbreaker Horror. Probably just the Deluge. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have played out my land first. No big deal. If I don't draw a land next turn, I'll probably just have to main phase the Prismari to loot for a land. Okay, did not find a land. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just make a treasure and then loot 2. Actually, I'm gonna discard Kindred because I don't see us holding that up anytime soon. Well, actually, I'm making a treasure here as well, so we could just discard Royal plus Pyro, keep all the mana sources since we have some pretty big action that we can start playing next turn. The boat! That's a good one. Let's just pass. They have to play something to crew the Sovereign, so we get to see what they do first. Poor Ulf. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab a 4-drop out of our deck. And now we might just commit to taking 6 damage from the boat this turn. Flashing out the Horror end of turn and then like double spelling next turn to bounce bounce. Yeah, it's fine. So I go to 9 here. It's gonna suck if they have a 2-mana way to kill the Hullbreaker. But they did not. Alright, so let's go Ral. Bounce the boat, and then just uptick. Because if they want to recast the boat, that eats up their entire turn, so we're okay with that.
Is gonna hurt.
Probably should keep that. That kills an artifact as well. Plus it's an instant to trigger the Hullbreaker, so we're just gonna pass now. That's fine. Pull of the Mist Moon. Alright. I guess we'll flash it. Cyber Siphoner back our Kindred. Oh, and they're just over it. If they had another land in their hand, they could recast the pull from the moon or whatever it's called that turn, but looks like they didn't if they were scooping. Alright, so easy GG there. Yeah, this deck's playing out like a constructed deck. Feels good. Does this hand feel good? I'm on the draw with the turn 1 crab, so yes it is, because we get to draw an extra card towards another land. Same thing with the Shark Typhoon now. Hanger back on 1. Not a big deal since we have bounce. Okay. Hey, even found the black for the Vesuvan. Very nice. So I'm gonna take 3 here. Skyclave Relic, that's fine. Do I want to Shark for 1 and then run out the Ral? I think I like that game plan. Give us an extra blocker. They get to tick up their Hangerback Walker off of the Relic next turn, but that's whatever. Or end of turn, I should say.
This ought to be good.
Actually, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Keep. It's non-token, right? Yeah. So if I copy the Reaper, it's not going to be that good. I think I like preserving the life total or the loyalty on Ral. That is annoying.
Good news, everyone. Servitude. Think of it as partnership.
This is gonna hurt.
It's good. Alright, let's just pass. I guess we're just going to set up for a Star of Extinction. And I'm going to copy it off of Ral to blow up 2 of their lands. I think looks good. So it doesn't matter if I chump or not. Ral being at 5 versus 6, no big difference. Hyper. Oh wait, how do I plan on casting Star of Extinction? I need 1 more land still. Whoops. Alright, so...
The perfect present.
I should definitely do something end of turn here. Oh, you know what? No, that works too. I guess I'm gonna Vesuvan... the Lily? And I can cast that with any mana. And then we're going to draw our card, scry with Ral, and pass. With Prismari Command, we can get the treasure for land number 7.
Creature plus supercharged energy equals.
I just have to make sure Ral keeps at least 2 loyalty. Other player with Nethroy, sure. This is indestructible, right? Damn. If that relic wasn't indestructible, I would definitely blow it up with Prismari Command since I plan on double Starve Extinctioning them next turn. So let's see how they attack. I'm just sending it all at Ral. Okay. Well, I guess we want to make sure this resolves first. And then we're gonna ping them with the trigger. They get to draw a card off the Reaper. Okay. Oh, I should have chumped the Hanger Backwalker there. I thought one of their zombies was attacking my face. I guess they changed it. Either way, we still get to copy Ral. Copy the Star of Extinction with Ral, rather. That's fine.
Tend to regret it. Drop it.
I guess we just discard the Lily they gave us. We don't need it. Okay. Copy.
I guess there's no way to change what just happened. I have just the thing.
Let's keep the treasure. Blow up 1. Blow up 2. And that's going to kill their hanger back, and then it's going to kill all the tokens afterwards.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
So if they don't draw a black source, they can't actually recast their 5-mana Lily. And then we have Hullbreaker into Siphoner available, so if we draw an untapped land, we get to do that. They copied the Relic with Metamorph. Nice. Because they needed that extra black source. Perfect. Alright, so this should be game over then. We go land pass, flash out the Hullbreaker Horror in response to them playing Lily, then Cyber Siphoner to bounce the Lily. And that should be a pretty quick scoop from here. As they are just dead next turn. All right, 2, 6, 8. We can do this for 6. Just get to do all the things to them. Okay. This is just clean, healthy livings. Nice little 3-0 start. Doing what the red blue do. And on to game number 4. We go first. Okay. It does need to find one land, but if I don't find a land on turn 3, I can sack the clue to try to find it, although obviously with Fable in our hand, we really just want to hit. What I could do is not even use the Fabled Passage to increase our chances of finding a land next turn. But I think it's probably just best to grab the island anyways. Okay, that is a little bit better than Crab, as that gives me 2 looks next turn without having to put mana into it. So 2 chances at a land. 2 chances at a turn 3 Fable. Look at them, milling lands. No, poor Al. But it was worth it. We found the land. We have turn 3 Fable. They're going to be in a real bad spot if they don't have something here and I find a land next turn for denial. Or I guess we just attack with the token if they don't have anything and we get the treasure for the Kindred denial. Raids. That is not good enough. Okay. Discard Crab, discard Idol, look for land. So sadly we do not have the land for denial, but we can potentially flip our Azcanta next turn too, which is pretty damn good. I mean, there's a chance that we're gonna Hullbreaker next turn. Oh, they have some blue. Rankle? Cannot fires that, as I would only be left with 2 cards when I cast it. That's actually pretty annoying. I guess I have to discard the Kindred denial here. Yeah. Okay. So now we can kick the Kindred. Sorry, kick the fires. I didn't need to flip the Azcanta because I'm not activating it this turn, but it's safer since they do have access to a little bit of white and even blue. So this way, it's going to be a lot harder for them to deal with the Azcanta now that it's flipped into a land, you know? The boat! Another boat, sure. That was a freaking good draw. We can flash out the Hullbreaker and Prismari Command, and that might just be game over. If they tap out for some random 5-drop here. I mean... So they're planning on crewing the boat, I guess? Sure. Alright, so let's flash in the Hullbreaker. Destroy artifact. Deal 2 to them. Oh, you know what? I should not have actually bounced anything, because they would have lost 2 life with the underdog. Whoopsies. Might have just missed lethal. Unless they have like a cut down in their hand. Oh, they let me attack. Got the treasure, at least. Okay, well, you're at 1 life. Good luck. Alright, we will counter that. And go digging for like another burn spell or whatever. That'll do just fine. Yep, not gonna say I played that last few turns, those last few turns very well, but this is why I don't like Hullbreaker Horror. I mean, as much as some others might not like Red Blue in general, Hullbreaker Horror kind of just, once you play it, the game revolves around it. It either wins you on the spot like that, or I don't know, they can somehow finagle their way out of it. But good beats. We will keep it going. 4-0. Move on to game 5. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. We have turn 2 Guardian Idol. We can foretell our Epiphany. We have Burn Down the House if they're playing creatures, which hopefully if they're red-white they might be, but that obviously doesn't mean anything. Islands would be good. That is not an island. Main phase Harrow generally means they're going to play something after it. Oh, strange. Oh, there's 1 blue source. Okay. I don't think I want to attack with Guardian Idol there either, in case they have a creature burn spell. Shattered. Black-white land is strange. Alright, I'm just gonna chill. I guess if we draw a land for Star of Extinction, we're gonna kill the Shattered Sanctum. Well, now I can animate and just block their Curator. Gain 1 life. Alright, let's go ahead and go for that. Ass. Wow, that's so good for us. I am gonna go for main phase memory. Try to find island for Ral. Did not find island for Ral. Yikes. Hold steel on blue then. Say go. Drakaseth. That is very large. 7/7 is kind of chonky. Sheesh. I'm not going to lose to a Drakaseth, am I? I think what we're going to do is main phase loot and make a treasure. I mean, I could burn down the house plus Prismari command that, but that seems really bad. Yeah, I think I'd rather main phase loot and make a treasure. Okay, there's dominance. Now what I can do is I can end of turn Electro Dominance into playing a free Ral. I think we want to hold open the counter, or we can just Electro Dominance. Well, we'll see what they do. Like, I take 11 here and go to 5 effectively. They might just have burn and burn me out too. Yeah, I think we let that resolve. Okay. Alright, so let's shoot their face for 4. Play out the Ral.
Yep, I'm reckless and unpredictable.
Go for the Ral, copy Epiphany.
You're not gonna like this.
So I take 2 extra turns here. So this is my first of 2 extra turns.
Like a bolt out of the blue.
And then what I can do now is Vesuvin, the Drakaseth with Kicker. Cast out my own Drakaseth as a result. Attack for 2, put him to 11, and we should have lethal in the air. Their name is taking turns, and I just took all the turns versus them. Alright, good game. Good game, my friend. Good game. Did you have fun? I did. Is that 5-0? Man, you're just literally printing free money when you draft blue-red in this cube. And it feels so good. We haven't played against like another truly control-y style of deck though, and I feared if we run into one of those, maybe we could have an issue, but yeah, maybe we just play against nothing but creatures and we draw well, play well. We'll find out. Game 6. Similar hand, but easy keep. Turn 1 Crab, turn 2 maybe Guardian Idol. This could be a turn 3 Ral, that would be very nice. I think just to potentially high roll, we have to go with Guardian Idol here on turn 2 instead of sacking the clue. Because any untapped red source for turn 3 Ral is really gross. That is beautiful.
You ready to go toe-to-toe with me? Time to test the storm amplifier.
Okay. They played a turn 2 Swarm Saboteur, kind of annoying. So we'll go ahead and block with the Crab for starters. I don't want to give them a virus beetle. Ooh, a Squee too. Well, I guess the good news here is that... Actually, maybe I just make yeah, maybe I make devils here.
This is gonna hurt.
Could have also made 6 devils with burn down the house, but I think making 3 is good. Plus, we have Cyber Siphoner to get it back anyways. So I think this makes sense. Because burn down the house would kill Ral if I wanted it to deal 5, you know? Okay, I mean, they just had a Murderous Rider anyways. This is okay, though. We still have the clue to sacrifice at a later date. Still have kind of like 2 Wrath effects in a sense. This is just a board clear. Oh, I forgot to block the 1 extra damage. Whoopsies. Should be at 20 here. Alright, land go. Slinging Lieutenant. Sure. That actually doesn't work versus Slinging because I can just sacrifice all of them in response and I wouldn't even get the card. So what I could do here instead is just electrolyze them for 1 and the Slinging for 1. And that prevents them from completely countering my electrolyze. And then they're only left with 2 1/1s that don't matter. Kind of a weird attack since I have the Guardian Idol too. Let's start off by pinging them for 1 and Slinging for 1, like I said. Yep, as expected. And then I'm going to animate here, and if they want to blow up my artifact, I'm okay with that. If not, great. Hey, they have the cleave. Alright, so we do get to Prismari command the cleave then. Good. So let's blow up the cleave and probably loot too. Discard Pyro Mountain. Thorin the Mirthless. That's annoying. That starts drawing them extra cards. Oh, they didn't.
You fight for me now.
Pretty happy with that, I guess. Yeah, that's the only thing I think I'm afraid of, them drawing extra cards.
My ways are not.
So they did get 1 extra card there. They can blow up my Goblin now if they want to with the Electrostatic. Not too bad. Take 3. Crab's put in work. Really want them to cast like 1 more thing out. Beautiful. good. So now we're just hoping they tap out for like their squee, and if they do, we get to Epiphany, then our Fable flips in addition, and then we have Saiba with Epiphany. Sorry, Saiba with Kiki Jiki, which is kind of nuts. That makes our Saiba only cost 2 now. Lelia. Okay. So we go Flash and Saiba, get the Abrade. Abrade the Lelia, and we can copy Saiba end of turn with Reflection. Get another one of our spells back. Get Prismari Command here, for example. Yeah, this is pretty much over. This is kind of like Splinter Twin. Oh, they had the blast on trigger still. That's funny. So they did hit a free land. Oh, if they're flashing it back, that's game over then. GG's. Alright, another pretty clean game for us. Embercleave was a little bit annoying, but we have quite a few different ways. Well, maybe not quite a few, but we do have multiple ways at least. The Prismari and the Abrade both deal with it. Plus we have bounce for it and then counter potentially. So 6-0. Let's see if we can pull off the full 7-0 as our send-off to the Chromatic Cube with my classic blue-red deck. Actually, I wouldn't even call this one of my classic blue-red decks, as this is much more control-y than my usual builds, and we're not really going off with huge spells except for like Hullbreaker, you know? Pretty nice looking hand here. If only we were on the play, but turn 2 Mana Rock, turn 3 Fable, or maybe turn 3 Ral, depending on what the opponent does. But I'm guessing we probably just want a Fable. So Cold Steel on red here, of course. Actually, if they go Caryatid Pass, I'm gonna be tempted to just run out the Ral. Yeah. Especially since we drew Evidence to go along with the Fable on turn 3. Ooh, alright, we need to find artifact removal. Discard Idol. I guess I'd probably discard Ral and looks for it. Okay, did not find one. Let's... I guess we can go like this. Pyro, kill their Caryatid, make a token, attack for 2, get a treasure. I mean, this is still pretty good. Yeah, here come the fatties. I think they probably end up blowing my Fable up, right? Yeah. Good choice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm actually just supposed to pass here, I think. Go for the end of turn Hullbreaker Horror and then Epiphany. And go from there. Sadly, I don't get to foretell the Epiphany for extra birds, but taking the extra turn with Hullbreaker Horror on the battlefield seems more than good enough. So Titan tramples, the Rhino does not. And then, of course, if they do something I need to counter this turn, I have the Kindred available. Okay, I think we just let that resolve. Funny thing is, we have both of our 7-drops in our hand, so Kindred Denial, while it would actually find 7-drops normally, doesn't. Ogla. That's fine. Alright, goodbye, Pyromancer. Thanks for the job. Alright, so we get to eat the Rhino here. Take 8. Beautiful. Drew the land. Take action. Actually, do we just kill them? If I just go 7, 8, 9... Yeah, this is just lethal. Take an extra turn. Bounce Kogla. Hit him for 10 twice in a row. This is what I'm talking about. Stupid Hullbreaker Horror. Stupid Hullbreaker. Yeah. And that, my friends, is how you get a nice 7-0 here in the blue-red, I mean chromatic cube. Good little send-off. From here on out, we'll probably be doing Brothers War, so take one more peek at that if you want to. And as always, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment below if you want to tell me how much you love these decks, how much you hate these decks, how much you like my smooth head, something like that. I don't know. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace out.